Almost every artist I want to actually be like, or I got inspired like, everyone had a small group of people, a team, or they got their studio squad. Me, I have none of them. I went to a studio and my god, I was so far out of my comfort zone for the first time. Just looked up Google Maps, looked for music studios near me, booked a session through email. It was goddamn awkward. It was like these guys that I met. There's a girl, there was a guy. They were older, they were like in their 40s, and they were like playing me like country music, like music genre that I wasn't even into. There was a chill producer in the background. He was African American, but like, yeah, we vibed. They're all cool people, but it just felt weird. I wanted to be an artist, but I mean, the white dude was just playing me like samples of country guitar songs and like just like some 1980s stuff that I did not care about. But this African producer guy, music producer, he kind of set my intentions. I just told him why I wanted to be here. He kind of knew why I was here. He was like, yo, let me get your number, like in front of everybody, low key. And while he was playing me the samples, just trying to make conversation, the African producer was like texting me, and he was like, yo, I know a place, because he's a producer for another place. All right, so after that, then I linked up with that producer, and it was a further drive for sure. Like, I had to like go on the highway, do a turnpike. I can't believe I did that. This was like years ago. I was like a freshman in college and lost, just freaking lost. But like, I knew I needed to do things to learn. So yeah, me and him, we linked up. Me and that engineer, we were pretty cool. We got along with each other right away. For me, I really like the new school and the old school, but like now I'm getting accustomed to the new school. Like the new school is like all about melodies and stuff like that, but he does like some new artists, rappers, but like he loves the most stuff. Like for example, J. Cole, the lyrical, spiritual individual, Kendrick Lamar, like he's that type of person. I got no hate for J. Cole. I love J. Cole. And now it's just like, this music scene is so weird, man. TikTok changed it for the worse. Like at this time, I wanted to make like music coming from like shows that I like. Mostly some of them from anime. Some of them are for like nostalgic shows that I watch. But yeah, I think mostly anime, lo-fi, pretty much that. But I didn't want him to know about it. I was too shy to tell him. So a couple of sessions, he was producing a song for me, and there was a part where he was making nice drums, but like I didn't like, at the moment he started adding some melodies to it that I didn't like the sound of, I didn't have the balls to say, yo, I don't like this. But like, dude, this guy was like bobbing his head so much, having fun with it. I just felt awkward just sitting there. Then next session, I just told him, yo, I got a YouTube beat. I just want to record on this. Next thing you know, some interns came and everyone was there just watching me record. It felt so awkward. And then like, yeah, sessions later, that's when I told him I didn't like my sound. I didn't like the way he mixed. I didn't like his ideas, how he wanted to go with it. It didn't match with my ideas, well, how I wanted to go with it. Got into an argument. I was like, yo, I want to sound like these today's melodies. He's like, bro, you got to be original. And then like, basically, yeah, we just ended like that. Now back to being alone. Let's talk about some alone artists that you might think, or I also thought at the beginning. Let's start with Nav. This guy was a SoundCloud rapper. His SoundCloud Nav was one of the best discoveries I ever made. Literally probably top 10 or top 5 even. It's just a different vibe. He would always say, yeah, he was alone, he did it by himself. But the truth was, he wasn't. He was working in construction, I think full-time or part-time. And then after that, he would just go to the studio in Toronto. Literally the city. If you're in the city, you're in a good spot, because that's where you'll find more people. He was just like an intern or an engineer in the studio. He was just there learning. That's really just being there. I should have honestly done that instead of trying to go in as an artist. He was in the studio just interning or whatever, engineer, I assume. That's how he learned the music making process. And he knows people in that scene, in that Toronto scene. And that's about it. And then like, he was helping artists to make good songs. He would like record the beat, record like the reference vocals for them, and then try to record them on the spot. And then like, at this point, people started to like how Nav sounded. And the rest is history. The Weeknd, another Canadian artist like Nav. He had his friend Lamar, high school friend, literally just left high school and like stayed in the city, Toronto, practically homeless. It's just him and Lamar. I think they were just in the car, in the van. And they worked jobs for sure. I think from what I remember from my brain, the Weeknd worked at a shoe store, clothing store. But yeah, that's how they racked their bread up. After that, they would just go to the studio and spend it all on there. Later by later, the trilogy came out, and yeah, rest is history. Now, the Nav and Weeknd, I honestly thought they all did it by themselves. They were self-made. But no, they had a team. Like, the Weeknd, he had one person, just one person that has the same goal, same interest as you. is considered a team. I'll allow it. And you guys could go far. Now let me tell you about someone I know who is self-made and did it by themselves. It's a YouTuber named LJ the Giant. I think he honestly is the only person that was truly self-made, truly alone, did it by himself. He went to music school. I remember his story. He regretted it because of the tuition, but he did make some friends. But like most of how he made the growth was documenting his journey. He all started with Instagram, and then when COVID hit, the pandemic, he was documenting on TikTok, and one of his videos blew up, and it's the Steven Universe. He got better over time, but here's the main thing. He loves producing. I don't. I tried producing for many years, but when it comes to making music, I would just rather record on the beat than just making the beat, which is why I went to a studio. LJ the Giant was self-made. You can be self-made if you like producing, but I don't like producing. What about someone like me, trying to be a self-made rapper, singer that doesn't like producing? Music artists that likes to sing and rap, you need a team, friends, producers, and you could get them online. But like how, I don't know, maybe it's these youngins. They could easily make friends with someone online with the like Discord servers, but I don't want to make friends through Discord. But oh well. People respect producers because that's honestly harder. Nowadays, like with artists, you just freestyle into a microphone. Bro, even producers can do that. The thought of being a music producer and artist was so sexy in my mind. Okay, there's like maybe a lot of lo-fi producers. They're considered, lo-fi producers, they're definitely I'm sure a lot of them are self-made, have millions of streams and followers, and can make a living from being a lo-fi producer. First, they're already talented producers, so already hard for me. Second, I want to be an artist. Who is a YouTube beat artist who is self-made, making like a living, a great living? Not a lot, but like in the music industry, when people hear your shit, then that's when they'll have you traveling. Okay, I'm going really into it, but like artists needs producers. I've discovered someone, his name is Lil Tyler. Dude's 16 years old. He changed my whole perspective on music. Literally made this song called Law and Order. I really like it. He made it off of BandLab. Instead of buying the Focusrite interface, condenser microphone of the Rode NT1, and what every YouTubers will tell you to buy if you want to be an artist, taking it seriously, Lil Tyler, he just made it just singing, rapping on his phone. BandLab is actually really cool. Okay, but as much as like an inspiration Lil Tyler was, like he changed my whole perspective on it. Literally wasted all my money for like all these music equipment. He had a team. He wasn't alone. He would say like he would go to the studio with his boys, and like he was shy to record in the studio, so that's why he did it at home. And I'm for sure, even though he didn't say it, he told his friends about it. And that's what you need, like a team, same interest of music. They like your shit, and if you're comfortable with like letting them know, they'll give you feedback right away. And that's all about it. That's my point. And I'm pretty sure he was probably a popular kid in high school. He's like one of those pretty boy dudes. Me, I was opposite. No team, no nothing. Let's just say, hey, let's have a good enough song on making YouTube beats. Oh, okay, made a good song, even though it wasn't. I was delusional. So how do I market this? Post it on TikTok? I don't want that. Recent news, like big artists are coming off of TikTok, but TikTok is something it's not a long run game. Like I want the long run game. Don Toliver, I think. Don Toliver. I hope I said that right. The guy who made the Feeling That I Did Too Much. He blew up on TikTok, but this guy was with Travis Scott and this guy, like this whole Cactus Jack gang. All right, I think I said enough. This is why you need a team. If you're lonely, you're screwed. That's it. That's my take on it. All right, yeah, thanks for watching. I really like talking about my music experience, but like, yeah. Recently, I got in a discussion with my coworker. He knew Nav's story, and we had a good talk. And then I just randomly said, yo, did you ever make music? He responded to, yo, bro, I feel like everyone made music low-key. Everyone makes it. And honestly, I heard this twice. Because like first from a coworker, next I went to a retreat. And like, I know a friend of friend who makes music. I asked him the same question, and he said the same exact thing. He was like, yo, I feel like everyone does that low-key. That's what he said. It's really interesting. So yeah, that's my rap about it. Get some friends. That's the advice. If there's someone who's self-made, please leave the link. Would love to check him out. Someone who's self-made, did it all by himself. Okay, that's a wrap. I talked about my music journey so many times on this video, but the only difference is this is edited. I paid someone to edit this. Well, I got that out there. All right, see you guys.